Well, hello everyone and welcome back. If this is your first time visiting with us, my name is Matt and I originally created this channel to document my 2023 attempted through hike of the Appalachian Trail. If that sort of content interests you at all, I invite you to go back and watch those videos. But right now I spend my time on a small homestead here in the Arkansas Ozarks. And I thought today we might kind of look into what exactly is homesteading. You hear that term a lot, and probably if you ask 10 different people what homesteading is, they would all have different answers, but chances are they may all be correct in one way or another. Here in the United States, the term homesteader kind of came about from back in the 1860s. The United States government awarded 160-acre tracts of land to families or groups of families who agreed to live on that land and make it productive, plant gardens, raise animals, and it was one way that they used to settle the West. I did kind of find out an interesting piece of information a few months ago, is that this piece of land that I live on was actually originally homesteaded in 1909. Which kind of surprised me that they were still homesteading land in, the early 1900s. I believe originally this was part of a 120-acre piece of land. Right now I don't have 120 acres. I'm sitting on a little under 70 acres. But I thought that was kind of interesting that they were still awarding land. I believe what they did is they started opening up more land that was less productive, which is definitely the Arkansas Ozarks. We have a lot of rocks, hills, and hollows. We grow trees pretty well. Everything else is quite a struggle. So basically, the definition, if you look it up, of homesteading is it'll say like a self-sufficient lifestyle or whatever. I don't really agree with that. I think it's more the pursuit of a self-sufficient lifestyle. Very few people are completely self-sufficient. I mean, you look back at the 1800s and the mountain men who would spend months in the woods, they still came out, got some coffee, got some flour from time to time, had to get some gunpowder or whatever. Very few people are actually completely self-sufficient. And I don't think that's the goal of most people who try to do homesteading these days. But anyway, back to the reason for the video. I kind of wanted to cover what is homesteading and is it right for you? So we've kind of covered what homesteading is, what that looks like. Is it right for you? Well, do you have an interest in being more self-sufficient? Do you have an interest in being outside, enjoying nature, raising animals, planting a garden? These are all things that you kind of have to ask yourself, is this something I like to do? And I think the best way to find out is maybe just try it right where you are. You don't need to go on, sell everything you own and buy 100 acres in the middle of nowhere and try to live there off grid. A lot of people might jump in a little too deep, too early. I think the best thing to do is if you live in town, let's say, get a little quarter-acre lot, maybe is there room there for a garden plot? Put in a garden, raise your favorite vegetables or whatever, raise those things, and then practice preserving them, dehydrating them, whatever, and see how you do and if you enjoy doing that sort of thing. Right now, you can also, might be a good time to get into raising chickens. You get the eggs, which right now are like gold. So that might be a good time to start doing that. A lot of towns allow you to do that now. Also, small, like meat rabbits, you could raise those, have chickens and meat rabbits, and actually produce a lot of what you need right there. And you save some money in the meantime. So I encourage anyone, if you're wondering, is homesteading right for me? Really only you can answer that. But I would encourage you to start small. Put in a garden in the backyard, like I said. Try to preserve the food, get some chickens, maybe some rabbits, try to raise those up, see how you do if you're still interested in it. Also, a lot of times you can look up these groups of homesteaders that kind of work together. And a lot of times, they're more than willing to show someone exactly how they live. that's great. You can go out there and help them. I'm sure they can use a hand for a day or two, or do that, several weeks out of the year, and just really see how they do it. And if this is still something you're interested in doing, then you could, start looking for a piece of land, move out of the city a little bit, possibly, look for a little tract of land. I think somewhere around, depending on where you live, of course, but somewhere around 10 to 15 acres is a nice size homestead. If you can do 10 acres of that being in hardwood, that will keep you supplied with perpetual firewood for heating your home. So right there, your heating of your home is free. So you've already saved a bundle of money right there. Then if you have 3 to 5 acres left over, if that's open land, that's a perfect place to put your home, your garden area, maybe a little run. You can get some goats and or some sheep. If you're feeling energetic, cows are great. A few years back, I purchased some pigs and raised them up just to see if I could, basically. And I did. It was a very rewarding experience. I learned a lot. My brother came down. We butchered them out. I took one to market. The others we butchered here. It's a lot of work, but nothing beats, fresh meat that you've raised yourself. And it really makes you appreciate the fact that that animal gave its life for you, because you knew that animal. It's a completely different experience. You're not getting your meat from Walmart where they make it, right? You're actually providing that, and for your family. So I think it's a wonderful thing to get into homesteading, and basically, is it right for you? Only you can answer that. But if you agree that you like working outside, you enjoy doing things for yourself, you enjoy saving money, because chances are you will save some money that way, and then it might very well be right for you. I'd kind of like to cover a little more in depth about homesteading on some future videos, kind of my experience here, and what is good, what is bad, what you might do differently than I did. Just kind of like to cover a few of those things, especially being that it's winter time. You get a lot of really cold, dreary days. There's not a lot we can be doing outside right now. But anyway, I appreciate you joining me, and hope you have a great week, and hope to see y'all down the trail.